Ashley, and I'm back. It's been a really long time. I can't believe actually how long it's been since I've posted a video. And sometimes I just do this. Like, I feel the urge to share or to kind of, I don't know, revitalize my channel. I've missed sharing, and so much has been going on, and it's humorous that this is the time that I would feel that urge. And I really think it has to do with nesting, because I am actually pregnant with our fourth child, technically our fifth. I'll share about that in a minute, but I'm pregnant, and today I am 36 weeks. Today that I'm filming this, and so I will deliver in 3 weeks, and I am very, very excited. Our whole family is excited, but we are so thankful. And I would get up, but I'm kind of stuck down here. It's hard for me to get up, but I am so thankful for this pregnancy, and that's a big part of what's been going on in the last little bit since I've done a video. But I will deliver in 3 weeks, and so what a perfect time to like come back on YouTube. But you know, who knows what that'll look like with sharing, but I just miss it. I miss kind of sharing. I really loved, I find myself gravitating towards watching YouTube videos so much more than other programming, because I love seeing how people do life, and I love hearing from people and learning from people and finding moms that are in kind of the same stage of life. So I don't know, we'll just see what happens. You know, I could have the baby and be gone again for ages. I don't want to be, but we'll see. So that's kind of the biggest update, is that we're gonna have a little boy, and his name is Luke Thomas, and he will be here on February 19th. So again, we're so excited, and that's part of actually what led me to think of sharing is, you know, we're getting his nursery ready, and it's just a lot of fun. Like, there's just fun things happening, and like, it would be really fun to share kind of the preparation for him and all that. So, but we'll see how it goes when he actually arrives. But it's been a tremendously busy season for our family, and we've gone through a lot. Along with the pregnancy, we moved houses. We're still in kind of the same area. We haven't changed location that majorly, but we did move. We were our house. I don't know how much you were able to gather from previous videos, but we were out in a rural setting. We had a lot of acreage, and we were out, you know, 20-25 minutes from town, and we just so much went into that. I should probably just do a separate video on all of these different topics that I'm referencing, but we made the decision to move closer into town, and it was one of the hardest decisions we've ever made, and it was really bittersweet. And still today, there's times when we look at each other and we're like, oh, we miss the, you know, the privacy and just the scenery and all of that of our old house. But we also see how God led us here, and we see the blessing of being so close to everything and having some more space now that we're going to be having, you know, 4 children. So lots of layers there, but we did move, and that's yet another thing that I would love to share is, you know, a house tour, because this home was built in 1971. And so it's a big project, not in the sense that it's in bad shape structurally. It's a beautiful home. It was very well built. They were such a sweet couple, and they were easy to work with, and we just sensed that God was laying all this out for us. And so it is a beautiful home. It's just, you know, cosmetic differences and changes and some projects that we will be taking on, and I'm excited about that. And that's the whole process that we're going to be walking through. We're going to start, I think, more house stuff is going to start end of 2018, and I've been talking with an interior designer that we're going to be working with, hopefully. And so lots of fun things going on the house front. And you know, some people have said, you know, why are you using interior designer? Don't you love decorating? Da, da, da. And yes, I do. But this is just a big, like, I think my brain can't really wrap around this one because it's such a pretty home. I don't want to mess it up. Like, I'm just so afraid to, like, I don't know, make the wrong decision or make rash decisions or something that can't be undone. And I want someone else's input. I want to work with somebody. So that's on the house front. We're in a new home, and I'll of course do a home tour and share all that. It's not going to be clean, I can guarantee you. But you know, it is what it is. So along with new house and new pregnancy and all of that, I went through a miscarriage last year, and it was right before this pregnancy. Not right before, actually. It was November of last year that I miscarried. And that's another video, of course, that I want to share because I think that it's important to talk about miscarriage and loss, and everyone deals with that in different ways. And it's very personal how you deal with your grief, but it is something that I think is important to share. And anytime that I've been really honest, you know, on my social media or with other people, I think that it's resonated. And so, you know, if God can use that, then I want to share our experience with miscarriage. And it was devastating. It was the worst grief, the worst pain that Kurt and I had ever known. And it took 7 months after the miscarriage for me to get pregnant again, which was a period of waiting that, again, we had never experienced before. And I'm going to go into way more detail about that. But of course, perspective is everything. And there's people that, you know, try longer to get pregnant who can't get pregnant at all. There's people that, you know, 1 month of trying to, you know, 2 months of trying to get pregnant feels like an eternity. So, I mean, it's all relative to your experience and to your own life. And so for 7 months, we tried to get pregnant again. So when I became pregnant with this baby, it was just such an excitement, and I was also terrified. And so right around the time that I got pregnant, or that I discovered I was pregnant with this baby, we were moving into this home, and it was a lot. It was a lot. And it was like Vacation Bible School week. And if you're like in that world, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was absolutely nutso. Oh, and my kids had swim lessons. It was crazy. And I look back, that was, you know, the past summer, and I was like, what, how did we do that? How did I do that? But you just do it, you know, when you're a mom, you just do it. So that was a crazy, crazy time. And I lost our previous pregnancy at 12 weeks along, which is considered kind of late, you know, in miscarriage terms. So I found myself very just nervous and anxious and on edge for a long time beginning of this pregnancy. And so I think I've appreciated things more as the pregnancy has gone on. I'm getting things ready, and like I said, in the nursery, and I'm getting my hospital bags kind of thought through, and so many ideas. And this sounds like I'm so just like social media minded, which I'm not, but so many of the videos that I've been looking up for fun, like hospital bag videos and nursery, you know, all these different things, I'm like, that would be so fun to share, kind of what we're doing with that. So all that to say, I don't know what it will look like sharing, you know, having a baby, but I also think that it's important to have something that is kind of my own project, even in the midst of having a newborn or an infant. I think that for me, I think it will feel good to have something that pushes me kind of creatively and just, you know, sharing what's important to me and how we do life and all of that. So that's kind of the update. New, you know, loss of a child, how God took care of us through that, growing and learning through that, becoming pregnant with another baby, moving, and just so many other little life moments in between, you know. So we're still very involved at church and all of those things. And so I'm excited to share what we're doing, what we're up to. Another thing I thought of is, for a while I was doing a clothing business. I was selling clothing, and I closed down that business. It was right, let's see, I miscarried in November. So it was summertime. It was before we moved that I decided to close my business. Just, you know, it was, God had blessed it, and it was, you know, exciting, and I was seeing a lot of success, relatively speaking, you know, for me and what I desired. But I just made the decision, it just felt right that it was time to kind of close that chapter. And so I stepped away from that, and God's timing is always perfect, because all of these things started happening, and I've been able to really focus on my family and homeschooling, which we're still doing, and just all the big things that are happening. So a lot has changed, and we're just in, I feel like, a constant season of change, but it's all good things. So I look forward to sharing a little more, and I hope that this update kind of fills you in. And you know, we don't have any trips planned because of all that's going on with the baby and everything. So we will, it'll be more, I guess, just lifestyle, or, you know, things I want to share in that regard, what we're doing, and no plans for like regularly vlogging or anything like that, but we'll see. We'll just see. So I'm glad to kind of revive things and say hello and check in, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.